Hello, everybody. This is Sam Soto from Melodic Metal Suggestions, and we are in another episode of Grow Your Opinion. In this occasion, I have a band that I've been trying to get in an interview for a long time, but we never find a way to communicate. But I love them since the beginning, since the very, very first song I listened for them, but I'm not going to ruin the surprise. I'm going to just go ahead and introduce you, my friend, Leon. Hello, Leoncito. How are you?
Hi, Sang, and you. And I don't know how you're doing today, but I just finished to work and ready to make this interview and go to rest. But I'm really, really happy because, as you say, we wait for this interview a long time, so we do what we have to do. But first of all, please remember to subscribe to our channel, give us a like, and make a comment of whatever you want to comment. I don't know. What do you think about the interview, the band, or what band you want to see here on Grow Your Opinion? So to start this one, I let you, Jacob, introduce yourselves with the first question. That is, who is Gradience, and how will you define your styles?
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. It's an honor and a pleasure. We're a completely new band, so whenever people find us, it's really special for us still. We are a blackened rap metal band from Denmark in Scandinavia. We released our first single last year, and I think the style, just to describe that a bit more, is that we mix elements from hip hop, metalcore, and black metal all into one, and also some more melodic stuff in there. So it's kind of a big concoction of different genres that we grew up listening to, and that are also coherent with what's and kind of the Nordic sound of metal. So yeah, that makes any sense.
Yeah. And what is the name of the rapper?
The rapper, the band consists of me. I am the screamer and guitarist, also write all the music. And then we have Gavin, who is the lead singer and rapper, Gavin Mystery. And we also have the rest of the band, which is Patrick on bass, Andreas on guitar, and Frederik on drums. So.
Oh, okay. But they are fixing the drummer and the bass. They are fixing the band, or they are just guests.
So they started out as a live band, and we just said, "Guys, you're in the band now. You don't have a choice." Okay.
Sorry, we forgot to send you the fax, but now you are part of Gradience.
Yeah, you're hired.
You're hired.
I didn't even know they applied, but they were hired. Yeah.
Yeah. Every live show it was like this a test for them.
Exactly.
So you pass it.
I think we had one show. And we only had 5 songs, so it was 20 minutes. So yeah, it was
but yeah. honestly, the first song I hear from you is Love Me and Lie.
Oh, sick!
And I found it amazing, totally amazing. When I started listening to the song, because it starts very, very soft,
Yeah.
Very melodic, very soft, and I was I was strange. I was amazed because I had my algorithm for getting only metal.
Yeah.
And when I started this song, it was what? This is not metal, huh? But I like all kind of music. I'm coming from the generation when even if you didn't want it, you were listening to a lot of pop and a lot of hip hop. And I love hip hop actually, and I love rap. That was my initial music when I changed from kids music to my kind of music. I started with rap. I love CNC Music Factory. I love MC Hammer, all these old guys from old times. And when I listened to Love Me and Lie, of course it catch my attention because I like this kind of music. But it was strange for me because it was not metal. Then suddenly you come to the song, and then you start screaming, and then blast beast, and I was like, what?
And, yeah, it's kind of a twist, yeah.
Yeah, and there are a lot of rap metal bands. Anyway.
Yeah.
There are a lot. But, like you said, you have this Blackened touch in the songs that make it different than, for example, Body Count or
Yeah.
Biohazard. Like it's just rap metal, but it's a different kind of rap metal, and I
Sure.
really love the fusion that you have. And for me, I think it's amazing. Whatever you have right now is coming with everything, and Lucid is a diamond, man. It's excellent. If the rest of the songs are coming like Lucid, it's gonna be great.
Yeah,
So,
it is because we think of it like we have all these kind of different building blocks, so we can do a lot of different stuff. And that's like from the beginning, we wanted to make a band that we hadn't heard before on the Danish metal scene, especially. Like we didn't want to do something else someone else has done before. Like people have done rap metal bands here in Denmark, where it's more of a like Rage Against the Machine copy. So, and we didn't, that's not really what we felt. So we draw inspirations from like more modern hip hop bands, but like also like we grew up in the MySpace era. So like kind of that MySpace era of metalcore, but we also like some heavier deathcore, black metal stuff. And we were like, let's just write for ourselves. Like I'm a huge fan of a band called Loath that also mixes a lot of genres. And Opeth is one of my favorite all-time bands. So it's like, it felt natural for me to like do these kind of stuff. I also grew up on new metal, so it's like all these genres are like I've been listening to this my whole life, so like it doesn't feel unnatural for me to mix all these kind of things together. But it's more like you have different elements that, you know, as you say, blast beats, that's kind of black metal-ish to do, or death metal. You have like the rap trap hi-hat 808s from the hip-hop part. You have like the more metalcore like Love Me and Lie, that kind of metalcore chorus with some screaming and clean vocals like back and forth. So when you combine all these elements, you can like pick apart like what defines these kind of different genres, and then try and see where does the puzzles connect and where do they not really connect, but see if you can make that work. And we spent a whole year just making those 5 songs, like really working on them to like have this kind of coherent sound that was like unique for us and felt natural for us. And it just seems like we hit something. Like very luckily hit something that a lot of people hadn't really, like a combination of those sounds that people hadn't really heard before. But we're not really inventing stuff. We're just putting stuff together in a new, like fresh way. That's kind of where I feel like that kind of what you're describing comes from.
Correct. Yeah. And now a question comes to my mind. Okay, you said I want to do something. I wanted to do something that is different to what the metal scene in Denmark. Okay. And then you think, okay, I'm gonna mix rap and metal with some black. And then how was it? Like did you try after that, did you try to find Kevin? A rap singer?
Yeah, so actually me and Gavin, we met at a show here in Denmark when like we've both been like in the scene but hadn't really talked together, and we just hit it off. Like had a really nice conversation. I really liked each other, and then I had a previous band. He also had a previous project. They were signed to Universal Music Group as well, but that kind of faded out. And I was also like needed to do something new. So like we just met each other at a perfect time where I just wrote him, hey, do you want to start writing some music together? Like see if we can make something cool. And we had no idea of the genre. We just both knew that we both wanted to do metal. Like I've never played in a metal band before. I played like pop rock, and he played like in a hip hop bands. So it's like, let's join forces. Let's try and make the heaviest music we can do together, but still like combine. So it's actually, I started screaming when we started writing these songs for our EP. I've never screamed before. So it was the first time. And it was just like, first of all, okay, I bought a 7-string guitar, tuned down to A, drop A, which is pretty low. I just started riffing, and then we just tried stuff. Like hey, try and rap over this. Hey, can you sing? Try and sing over that part. And we just experimented. Like we had no clue what we were doing. Completely open process. And then like we eventually we found out, okay, these kind of vocal techniques work, and you know, what's Gavin's range, like vocal pitch wise. Figured out where he sounded good, clean, and he has like different rap ways of rapping. He has like the more mumble lower rap, like here this, and he has the more aggro, like that kind of more
Yeah.
So like, where does these part fit together? And then we just wrote, and tried to figure out like what do we want to do. And it started out being like pretty generic metalcore, but then at one point I just sat around and rearranged a song with a chorus, and I started doing this kind of tremolo thing, from Blackened.
Yeah.
And then it just clicked, like, whoa, what if I screamed? And like he did a rap part and I just screamed, let me just try it. And I did it, and like I laughed the first time I heard it because like it was so weird. Like he's coming in like, what is going on now? I can't do this. And then I sent it over to Chris Kreutzfeldt, which is one of my good friends, who also has produced all our songs, and he's also producing Cabal and Siamese and other Danish bands. And he was like, that's fun. I've never heard that before. Do more of that. Yeah, and we're like, okay. And then we just wrote the whole EP from there. So it was like, that's kind of like the spark. It's kind of
wow.
But it's just about sitting and being in the work, and then just having that completely open process that like we're not writing for anyone else. We're not trying to do anything. And it just, the crazy thing about that is once we release, like everything is just falling into place. Like we got good shows. Now we have a record deal with one of the biggest metal labels in the whole world, Metal Blade, and all this kind of stuff. It's just been insane how well it's been received
in 1 year.
In 1 year, yeah. Wow. From a new band, we played 7 shows in total.
No.
Wow.
Yeah. 1 year, 5 songs, and wow.
7. So yeah,
that's wow.
7
totally
shows.
Wow.
Metal Blade label deal. Now, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And we have kids,
wow.
and we have work.
You see, this is something that made me very proud. That I listen to a new band. Maybe it has 1 single, 2 singles. And I always tell Leoncito, this band, I think they have something, man. I think they are coming with something. Like it gives me some vibes that I like it. And because maybe it's my ego, or maybe I'm so arrogant, but I think that if I like it, everybody's gonna like it.
Yeah,
because I think what I like is very, very normal. Like.
Yeah, I had the same feeling. Like we listen to our own songs as well. Like it's music I want to listen to. And when we started writing, we were like, okay, if we don't want to listen to it, nobody else is gonna listen to it. So if we don't feel like I want to listen to it again, like daily, nobody else is gonna do that. So like we write until that's the feeling we have. And exactly as you say, if you like it and I know other people also like what I'm liking, and this is about trusting your own gut feeling of what you like and what you don't like, right? And I think that's just been the key for everything. It's just we've done everything because we liked it and nobody else. Of course, it helped that I've been in previous bands, and I do music videos on the side for other bands here in Denmark, and I've done a lot of music videos. Like I've done hundreds. So like it worked that I already knew what to do, how to release a single, release everything on our own. So, and I think when Metal Blade saw that we can do stuff on our own, it could just help boost the thing, because if we knew we needed to prove ourselves both musically and visually, and that's why we've just been focusing on releasing and new singles. Like immediately, we released 3 singles this year, even though we released an EP. And I think that's just the game now. You just need to produce a lot more songs than people think and release it.
Yeah,
like if you compare it to Beatles back then, like their whole catalog is like 8 or 10 years. All the Beatles songs. Yeah. So it's like people were just used to like really, really releasing a lot more songs back then. And then there came like a period of time where it was like, okay, now a band takes 4, maybe 5 years to release a new album, but that doesn't really go any longer. You can't do that. You're going to be completely forgotten unless you like do something huge and really like culture setting like Growth did in 2020. But like that's a rarity. Like you really need to release a lot more. So we've just been focusing on just keep writing. And now we've just stop me if I'm talking too much.
No.
We've written our debut album now, and we wrote it from February to now. So we've written 11 songs in 4 months. As we were releasing the singles we wrote last fall. So everything has just been going constantly because we need to have a catalog. We didn't think it would make sense to go and play 25 minutes and just the same songs. Like we needed some more songs to like make a good live set. So we just been focusing on releasing music, and so far it's paid off. So of course we need to go play more.
Of course it paid off. Very nice. And then you see, and that's very cool because your successful story is very weird. I mean, it doesn't happen
No.
very much. I haven't seen another band like in
doesn't
1
happen
year
anymore, actually.
It doesn't happen anymore. And you know, Leoncito, that's why I stopped making music, because I was listening to what I was creating, and I don't even like it, man. So
Yeah.
I think I better stop this and start making interviews.
You're doing good at that. So
Yeah. I hope so.
Well, how can I say? You have, all this experience in music, and how to work the music and how to work the video, and that's something that is simply amazing, and it's like an experience that you can apply to your band now. And all these years working on this is how can I say? It's giving a result, a positive result right now.
100%.
And that's amazing. And now you have this faster way to successfully, but you have 5 songs and 11 songs on a record. Who come next? But the third album, that's gonna be the real deal.
Yeah, like it's like, when you release EPs and singles, like you're still on your way, but when you release an album, you've arrived.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So like we knew that we wanted to like do something special, but I'm not really a big fan of having too loose limits when we're writing songs. So I need the pressure. Because if I gave myself 2 years to write the album, I would spend 2 years writing the album. So we gave ourselves 4 months and just like work. So it's like no, going to work, picking up the kids, giving them food, putting them to bed, all that stuff. Okay, now I have 2 hours, write, go to bed, repeat. Like I had to like have that kind of, it's urgent. Otherwise, I'm just gonna, play Warzone or watch Netflix instead, right? Because it's the easy thing to do. And of course, you can't, like, I'm creatively kind of burned out right now because I've written so much music the last 4 months besides doing all this stuff. But I needed that, and I needed like a time of recuperating, and then I can like go again. And I like the thing is like what we're writing now is like, this is the time period now of my life, what we are inspired by now, the music we're listening to now. So that like that's that time period. Whereas if you do it over 5 years, things are just progressing so fast in the music industry and also with music in general, like that your sound is going to be outdated if you spend so much time writing music. Everything is just now. So that's why when you hear Bring Me the Horizon release something crazy, like they've written it like 6 months before, and bands are just like slowly like those that are not really having their own sound or like copying too much, it's going to be feeling outdated very, very fast. Can you like recognize what I'm saying? Like
yeah, totally.
So it's more about having a have a good process in the band, like a method of having writing and releasing music, I think.
And also you have like, you found your own formula.
Yeah.
And so that is just an evolution of that.
Yeah, and there are bands that spend years trying to find that formula, and they never get it. They're just copies of themselves at the end, and they don't get anywhere.
And that's the thing also, what's like kind of we've tried not to like release the two of the same songs so far. We really tried, like every song, like people don't know what to expect. Is this going to be a ballad? Is this going to be like a 2-minute hardcore song? Is this going to be like a whatever, like lucid black metal mixed with some metalcore mixed with some rap? And of course it can be incoherent really fast, but we feel like we've still like made like a coherent soundscape that's kind of, this is us when you hear it. And I think that's kind of why people have been enticed to follow along so far, is that they don't really know what they're going to get. And I think the new album we're writing now, we have some beautiful ballads as well, like more like Loath or like Love Me Alive. But we also like tried an experiment with some like newer sounds. We're going to go more like techno on some kind of parts, with like mixed techno with rapping and screaming and stuff like that. Other songs where it sounds like Tyler the Creator, which is like a rap artist, mixed with Death Heaven, if you know Death Heaven, which is like a black gaze band. So we like have 808 and traps, and then go into like a beautiful big like swelling black gazy chorus, stuff like that. And like it's been really fun to like like seeing how much can we push it. And I think the way we're doing it, we can write many albums this kind of way, because it's not tiresome, because it's not going to be like 10 deathcore songs or like 10 hip-hop songs. Does that make sense? So we can easily like fill out an album, because like I like the old way of listening to an album, even though nobody does this, which is like you have the journey and you want to like have something that catches your attention, have it go down to like a more mid-tempo, mid-wise of the album, like the more slower songs, having the more bigger energy and bigger like sounding longer song at the end, like a big finale kind of stuff. Like I still like, I'm from that era, so I still want to make like, even though nobody's gonna listen to it like that, but like just have that kind of, it feels natural to start at one and just listen the whole way through. So and
I think you did something very, very smart, because for example, you have Love Me and Lie. Let's say that if you drop that song to a normal, let's say normal, because a non-metalhead person, and this person listen to the song, the melodic part of the song gonna catch him. And maybe there are like a few seconds of super blast beat and growling and stuff. And maybe for this person, it's like the melodic part is so nice. They won't care about the metal part,
100%.
And then you're gonna catch the attention of this audience as well. And then when they come and they listen something like Lucid has very nice melodic clean voice parts, very nice one. And for these people at that point, they will get used to the metal part. And they won't care about it. And then probably you will catch them and made them a little bit metal, Like, I think it's super good.
It's the gateway band thing. So, when I started listening to music, it was the same. It was Linkin Park and Korn and Deftones and Limp Bizkit, all those bands that kind of had some aggressive metal undertones, but still, a lot of melody and catchiness. And it's just kind of, when we're writing those kind of songs, it's still, I'm actively thinking about that, introducing things slowly, having, grabbing the attention. But there are other songs where I just want to be as fucking ruthless and aggressive as as I can, And it's kind of, it just needs to be balanced. So not every song can be like, in your face. Oh, it can, but then it's just, you get like metal fatigued really quickly. But some of my favorite albums are like that, but like, I can listen to it once and then I kind of need a break from it. But I totally, and that's funny thing you're saying that is that's what people have told us as well. So when we hear like people saying, oh, that's my favorite song, like it's usually more the non-metal types that love Me and Lie. Like, so it makes sense. And like, it's one of my favorite band songs we've written so far as well. So I'm proud of that song. And I think it's going to be like I'm really proud of all the songs we released so far. And I just think I still want to listen to it. I still want to promote it as well. And I really hope that we still have that, sensation with all the songs we are releasing. But I know if I've like spent 2 years writing an album, I'm gonna be sick and tired of that album before it's released, and I really want to not have that happen. So that's why I really want to do like, okay, we have a saying here in Denmark which is called smede mens jernet er varmt, which means that while the iron is hot, you keep welding, whatever.
Oh yeah.
So that's kind of the feeling now. Like we want to capitalize on the bus that's on it now.
Yeah. So Jakob, to continue with some questions of the interview, like you already told us about your influences. You already told us about a lot of things, and your career story with this band Gradience sounds so nice and smooth, but we want to hear the bad part of it. What are the obstacles that you had to overcome so far to get to the point you are right now, that you have you are with Metal Blade and all that, and now you are kind of enjoying all this effort, but what you had to face, and that you said this was the shitty part of all this?
So there is the business side of being a band, which is just as having a second job, and people don't think about this stuff, but so there's like the kind of the so-me part. People like see all the good stuff that's happening, but behind that, like I have a business. I have to fill in taxes. I have to write emails to all kind of people, setting things up. I have to try and work out a calendar for 5 different people with 5 different jobs and families and touring obligations for other bands, and trying to figure things out. When can things work? I have to pull myself up, even though I'm pissed tired from having worked and having kids and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like forcing myself to be creative, and that's kind of, if I didn't have the passion for it, like that would just not make sense. So small, and time is really like the biggest obstacle right now, because I want to honor my obligations to my family and my work, which is basically just to get income for my family. Otherwise I would be doing music full time. So it's kind of like, it's the thing about, you need to have something that motivates you to spend that time even though you're tired, and I think that is the issue. Other than that, it's just also doing like the kind of boring stuff. Luckily for me, I like doing all the video stuff and all that kind of stuff, but let's say when I've written all these songs finished now, I need to spend time bouncing stems, exporting stems, which is bouncing every track that I've made in my pre-productions out. It just takes a fuck ton of time. So like 80-90% of the time is just doing like menial basic stuff that you just need to do. Okay, I need to create this reel. I need to post it on Instagram and do these hashtags and stuff. But it is what it is in order to be a band. And I'm okay with that. But it is still, I think, finding time is one of the hard things. The other thing is touring and playing live shows is a struggle when you're a new band, because if you want to go outside of Denmark, which we really want, it costs a lot of money. The opportunities are few. There's a lot of people who want these opportunities, and there's no money in it whatsoever. And that means that we need to take time off work and family for no money, no income, and hope that things is going to happen. And that's kind of hard to because you need to spend a lot of time booking, writing mails to do that. And I think so far I've just been saying that is not what we should focus on right now. Just focus on releasing songs, and then like the goal is to get so much traction online that the offers will come to us and not the other way around, because it's really hard to play shows because it's time intensive and labor intensive compared to what you get out of it. And of course it's an important thing to do, but let's say in Denmark we are not really getting that. Like, it's mostly international recognition we've gotten, like the Danish live scene, or like hasn't really we've played some good shows, big shows, but it's more like been friends or connections. So I'm hoping that this is going to change next year, and of course we're going to go play live a much more, but that's kind of been like, when we have only this amount of time, I can either spend it on trying to write songs, release songs, and promote them, or trying to get live shows and spend a way too much time live and not have time to write songs. So it's kind of, I don't have the time to do both. It needs to be either or. And that's kind of been the big obstacle when you're an adult with adult life and having to play fucking
Correct,
metal
correct.
music, which is the dumbest thing you can do. Which is like,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
laugh,
yeah.
we laughed. My friends and I laughed about it. We talked about how would we get rich now, and we all just agreed like, stop playing music, just stop playing music. Like it was just all the instruments we have, all the time we're spending, everything was just because it's like a big sinkhole of money and effort and time. So if you don't enjoy yourself doing it, like what the hell is the purpose? Like I don't really care about the record contract. I would still be releasing songs, even though we didn't get that signing. We just wouldn't have the amount of money to like do a whole album because it costs a shit ton of money to do. So, but yeah, that's time. I think that's what I'm ending on. Time is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
biggest obstacle. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And you are very right in something because a lot of people when they see like that channel is growing, that music band is growing as well. Whatever is getting small, big, medium success or something they don't see or probably they don't care is that, for example, even me,
Yeah.
I'm with the kids, with my job. Uh, if I have 5 minutes with the kids are like sleeping or something or playing, I with the cell phone editing a video or creating some ideas,
Yeah.
something funny to catch attention, or when the kids go to bed and I finally free, let's say at 9 in the night, I'm not watching Netflix. I'm not. I'm not playing video games. I'm with the cell phone, trying to find new ideas, trying to find bands, try to talk to bands. My free time, I use it in something that you said that it's not giving me money,
Exactly.
but at least for me, it's giving me the experience and the happiness of talk to musicians like you.
Yeah.
Like
And if
it's amazing.
it's gonna give you energy. It's not gonna
Yeah,
drain you of energy. It's gonna give you energy if you find purpose in doing it and meaning
correct.
in doing it, right? So
Exactly.
that's why it doesn't feel like working an extra job because it feels like this is meaningful. But as soon as that kind of sensation of
Correct.
meaning stops, then the enjoyment will go. You're gonna be more stressed about doing that. And I've been very thorough because I said to my wife when we started this band, like this is my last shot. I'm gonna stop playing music if this doesn't work out. And I'm giving it 5 years,
Uh-huh.
and we're in year 3 now. Because the first year we just wrote, the second year was last year when we started releasing, and now we're the third year writing our debut album. If in 5 years this is not going like this, like just slowly, that's fine. But if it's not going like this, and like stuff is happening, I'm quitting, stopping, I'm spending the money elsewhere. I'm gonna go travel. I have friends I can go on tour with if I wanted to do that and be a photographer. I have the network to do that if I want to tour. Like I don't need to do all this kind of stuff because I don't need the recognition. Like I'm not doing it for the recognition. I'm doing it because I like the process.
Because you like it.
Yeah, and if you don't like the process and if you're only focusing on the end result, you're gonna be miserable. If you don't like
Yeah.
writing music, you don't like doing the reels, you don't like doing the interviews, like what's the purpose then? Because that's your life.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just so
yeah.
your daily life is your life. So these kind of peak experience where like you play a big show or you whatever, you get a good review, whatever. That kind of dopamine rush is so short. It's
Yeah.
so short lived. So when that happens, I'm like, fine, I'm taking it in, I'm happy for it. When the negativity comes, which because there are going to be negative things happening as well, I'm like, okay, that's fine, but I'm doing this for my own, so whatever. It's much
Yeah.
easier to cope with all the negativity and all that kind of stuff. Because and
Yeah.
us, we are being adults, and when you're together as adults, like when we are together, like we really enjoy our time together. Um, because we know that it's precious when we spend time away from families, away from everything else, and then we really like being together as a band, a live band as well. So it's just so important that it's that kind of sensation of meaning and purpose
Yes.
keeps on going.
Yes.
But once that stops, I'm quitting. I'm not gonna go for years without having that
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah. I understand what you mean.
Yeah, when we are artists in a certain way, um, when you like the music, or I don't know, you like to have in a channel like this, it's a point that you have to see if you wanna see the final result, you have your normal job for that. That is make money, having a house, a life, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you want, as you say, you want to see the meaning, to see this moment of this feel to create something, to enjoy creating and enjoy that result and playing that result and make it grow. That's your real job, and that's the reality for you. I always say that I make music and I have a job to pay the bills.
Yeah, exactly.
But the reality, my first job is being a musician.
Nice.
Yeah?
What do you play in? What's the band name?
I'm a bass player. I am creating a new band right now.
Sick. Nice.
But yeah, it's like I don't know how many tries you have, but I have like 15, maybe. I don't know.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is that it's in Latin America is much more difficult, like because the industry is really
There is no industry
30,
of
20,
metal.
30 years, let's say, trying to reach the European music industry.
Okay.
In Latin America, you don't play like reggaeton or local popular music, then you don't get much attention, you don't get much support. So you have to do, if you have to do everything your own, just imagine in Latin America where it's much more difficult, the salaries are less, a lot of stuff like that, the poverty is higher, and it's very hard. Even if you are like a great musician in Latin America, in order to success, it takes much longer time. You need to be super lucky, man. It's like I don't believe in karma, but if karma existed, and you make it in Latin America because your life before it was horrible or something.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's much more difficult. It's not.
You got it a lot harder. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not as bad as it sounds. No, I'm not trying to make it like.
But yeah, the metal scene in Europe is huge compared to
exactly.
population-wise compared to how many people are here. Like it's we some of the biggest festivals here are metal festivals, and we have also in Denmark, like, we have a whole industry behind us. Like we have different organizations that we can ask for funds and grants for. And we also have different networking opportunities and stuff like that, where like people really try and export you as a metal band. So once you get some traction, they want to like push that, and that's amazing. So I know all my friends that are in touring bands would not be able to do it if they didn't get all these grants, because it would be way too expensive just renting buses, gas, all that kind of stuff.
Correct.
So if you don't have that like kind of infrastructure, I could imagine it being really tough. But that's where the passion comes in.
Yeah, and also our countries are much bigger, and if you have the money, you will go to the next city that is 2 hours from your city driving, and if you want to go to another country, man, we are talking about big money, big movement, big support that you need, and not everybody can do it. Even if you are a great band, not everybody can do it.
What's like the biggest metal band from Mexico? What's the kind of like the biggest
from Mexico right now? We have Brujeria, that is kind of a Mexican American thing, but they call themselves Mexican band. It's a Brujeria.
Are the vocals in Mexican or Spanish or in?
They are, most of them. They are like American citizens, but they are Mexican roots, like the parents
they are born
Mexicans.
in Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay.
And some of them, they were born in Mexico, but most of them, they were born in the US.
Okay, cool.
But they look as Mexican as me,
Yeah.
And there is a one band that right now is hitting really hard. It's called Semican.
Okay.
And they play metal, like death, kind of black a little bit, but they use like a pre-Hispanic instrument. They add pre-Hispanic instrument to the song, and it sounds amazing.
Okay,
It sounds
cool.
really,
Yeah.
really nice.
That's what you gotta do. Like you gotta like, I think all the bands that are really going somewhere internationally, they have some kind of local influence on like the general metal stuff.
Yes, yes.
Like it's for us, it's like okay, we mix rap and like black metal. It's like different countries. It's like kind of
Yes.
US and Scandinavia, and I think it works because we are Scandinavian. Where I think if like I don't know, but my gut feeling is that if like a band from the US did the same, it wouldn't feel the same because they're not in a Nordic country.
Yeah.
And we kind of have that, doing
Yeah,
black
yeah.
things and being from Scandinavia is like, more I
Yeah.
don't know, true or whatever you want
Yeah,
to call
yeah,
it.
yeah. Yeah, it's like I think it's like Sepultura. I think Sepultura will be just another metal band if they
Yeah.
didn't have that Latino Brazilian influence in their music.
Yeah, and if a European band did what they were doing, it would not like be. I didn't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
they would be Sepultura at all. No.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. So it's about figuring that kind of what are your roots, what are your influences, and I kind of have that because I don't really think like Sleep Token is a good example. Nobody's really sounding like Sleep Token the way they were doing it from the beginning, and like when everybody tries to like do really down-tuned stuff and then do like a pop chorus, everybody now would be like, oh, that's kind of sounds like Sleep Token, and I really
Yes.
want to. I like in the beginning, I wanted to write songs that sounded like Loath and sound like Deftones, but now I'm really, really, really thinking about. I don't want people to listen to our music and think, "Oh, it sounds like a Loath clone," or "It sounds like a Spirit Box clone," or whatever. Like I'm really thinking like people need to listen to this and think, "Oh, it sounds original. I haven't really heard that kind
I
of
think
way
you
of doing
got
it
it.
before." Even though
Yes.
I'm heavily inspired by bands like Turnstile, Spirit Box, Loath, Sleep Token, Opeth, Tyler the Creator, Death Heaven,
Yeah.
like all the as like very different stuff. But it's when you mix stuff together, then it becomes new in kind of sort of a way.
I think that
Exactly.
you really, really got it because, like you said, like for example,
And the
Sleep
way that
Token.
you put together this element,
Yeah.
Exactly.
not only putting together, is the way that you put
The
it
way you
together.
put it. Yeah, like for example, like you were saying, Sleep Token. Yeah, they have something new. They have something that they create their own sound, and whoever tried to play with a little bit like them, immediately people will be, they are a copy of Sleep Token. They are a copy
Exactly.
of Korn. There are some
Yeah.
bands, iconic bands that if you try to play like them, people will probably hate you because you are trying to emulate these bands.
100%. Yeah.
And I think that people, when they listen to you, they will have that same feeling that they had with Korn at the beginning. Like when they released Blind, and it's like they exploded everybody's head. That kind of things, and people will try to emulate your music at some
That's
point.
crazy. Yeah. Okay. That's crazy.
I think
man.
that
Yeah.
will happen. It's because
That's crazy.
1
yeah.
year, man, 1 year Metal Blade. Come on.
Yes, I'm not really. Yeah, it's not really. I don't think I've realized it yet completely. Like it's seeing our band name on their website. I'm like what? It's not. Like,
Why you
AI,
real-
man.
Yeah, why you realize that you won't give us more interviews?
Yeah, I don't know. I think also like when I talked with my wife about that. When have we made it? Whatever that means. Like when is making it? Because all right, now we've signed a major metal label contract, but like my day life hasn't changed. Like nothing's changed. It's like the album is not out
Still
yet.
Jakob.
But
Yeah.
I'm still it's the same shit. Like I'm still the same fan. And when I was at a festival and like one guy found me and said, "Oh, aren't you the lead singer of Gradience?" Like, yeah, what crazy! Like I was really stoked that I just got recognized from
Wow.
being that, and not from being anything else. So everything is kind of still fresh in that regard, and I don't want things to change really. I don't want the process to change. I don't want nothing to change. Like I just want to be able to continue doing what we're doing now because this is fun, and I want to keep doing that. So I don't know when I think maybe when we hopefully like play a big festival one day to a lot of people, and they're kind of like into it. Maybe I have that kind of feeling of making it, but it's kind of like the goals are just keep going up. That makes sense. Like,
Correct,
yeah, we just
correct.
want to release a song. Okay, step one. Now we got some traction. Okay, cool. Oh, now we want a record contract. Oh, we got the record contract. Now we want to play the biggest festival. Whatever. It's just gonna keep going. So I'm really trying to like actively just enjoy whatever we're doing now. If I
Correct,
just
correct.
release this album and I can say to my kids and say like, hey, I released an album on one of the biggest metal labels ever. I'm like, fine,
Correct.
awesome. That's great, man. That's way past what I ever thought we were gonna do when we just wrote these
Correct.
songs in this kind of small office space here, right? Like it's just
Correct.
me and Gavin sitting here, and then suddenly like Metal Blade happened. That's kind of the what? Like it's just we've just been sitting in here like, do you like this? Yeah. Do you like it? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Cool. Releasing it like it's kind of
Yeah,
been
yeah.
that way.
Wow.
It's not been like, no, we're gonna be the biggest band in the world. It's just been, hey, this sounds nice. I think this is cool. And then there's stuff happening. But I think when you have that kind of a feedback, as you say now, or other people, it's been like, yes, all the way around. We asked some guys to play in the band. Ah, yeah, of course we want to do that. Oh, sick. We asked this guy to book for us. Oh, yeah, sure. Wanted to do that. Okay, sick. We asked, we got booked to play this kind of, this networking event where Metal Blade were there, and he wrote a mail to us. It's like old school, like, hey guys, I'm seeing you at this event. You sound pretty cool. What are your plans? And we were like, that's fake. That's not a real email. So like checked out the email. Where is it from? Going to the website. Okay, what that is a guy from that label. Okay, wrote him back, and then it just progressed from there. Then 6 months later, we finally signed the contract. Right? So it's been like that kind of sensation so far that everything has
Correct.
just been yes, 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 which is really cool.
Yeah. But so, Jacob, I want to go inside your mind a little bit,
Even more.
even more. Let's say, okay, you already told us you've been very humble, and you already told us, I just want to make music. If this doesn't work, I will continue with my life doing something else. Um, you are not in the place where you believe still that you are with Metal Blade, or you still don't know how far this will take you. But
No.
when you are alone in the deeps of your mind, where do you see yourself? Like or do you imagine like a man? I can see myself in a big auditorium, in a big stadium. How far do you want to go? Like,
Yeah.
not being humble.
So I was at Copenhagen a couple of weeks ago where Gavin, he was featuring on a band called Vola, playing a set at the festival. And they're one of the biggest like exports we have in Danish metal. And they play for in front of like 7,000 people there. And he had to go make a feature. And I was just like dumbfounded. He did a really good job. He was really cool on stage, just back and forth and like really getting like energy out to the crowd. And it was so good. I was insanely proud of him. And my feeling was just that I want to try that with Gavin. Like I want to like having not that band, but like I want to be on that stage with Gavin and him doing that. And like that's gotta be cool. So I really want to play Copenhagen. I really want to play some of the bigger festivals like Download Festival, Reading Festival, Rock am Ring, like this kind of Hellfest, whatever. That's the goal. I want to be able to go on a festival season tour, like the whole summer, but also have the ability to do a headline Europe tour for like 2 or 3 weeks, once a year, once every second year. Also to do that in the US as well. That's possible. And then have like that kind of sustainability of having, Europe, US, UK, whatever festival season, going back home, writing, releasing, just continuing that loop and just have it be self-sustainable. Not having to be pouring money into it without having things come back. And I had that kind of feeling of things progressing. I want to have that feeling. That's the kind of the goal. Like I'm really thinking that would be like the next thing we really need is touring to get that in the works. So that's the end goal, just to be able to do that and do it on our own terms. So like, because it's like do 2 weeks if we want to do that, whatever works. But it's, of course, there's a financial stuff in it, because 2 weeks is sometimes too little to get enough money in due to all the expenses you have to pay up front. So yeah, so that's kind of and I think I really do believe the music can get us there. I really do think so. So Yeah.
No, that's very good. Very, very good. And
Yeah, because you can't really, you can't really, if you make songs, I'm so happy you guys like it. Really, genuinely happy. But you can't force people to like something.
correct. Correct.
But if you have all the money in the world, you can't get on tours, you can't get on whatever big deals, and if you have the money to, because you can pay like there's something called a buy-on if you don't know what that is. Yeah, so you can like buy tours and stuff like that, and you can also buy money to promote yourself online and stuff like that. Buy big magazine cover as stories, like everything is
You can buy
pay for
anything.
that.
You have the money.
You have the money, yeah, but you cannot buy people's love, genuine love for the music.
Correct.
And so that is kind of, if I can do something and have just like 1,000 people love it as I do, that's enough. That would be fine, because that would be enough for us to sustain that kind of what we want to do.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. No, that's very good. Very good. Okay. So, oh man, I can't believe it's already 1 hour.
Is it an hour? Yeah.
Yeah, it's already 1 hour. So, I think we got very good information from you guys, and I would like to say, send a big hi to Kevin. Man, if you're watching this, you have a great, excellent voice. I'm so happy that you decided to say, okay, I'm gonna take the microphone and I'm gonna try to sing.
To Kevin,
and let's see if I can sing. You can sing, man.
You can sing, man. Yeah, you can.
You can sing, and you do an amazing job. And I seen your videos, and you walking everywhere, jumping. The energy that you give is excellent. It really matches with the energy that Jakob is giving us with the guitars and the growling. So essentially, I think, guys, again, that you have something amazing here. Where are you gonna stop? I don't know. How far are you gonna go from here? I don't know. Probably you don't even know. But I think that since you have something great, I think one day we will see you in a bigger scenario, and I hope you still remember us.
Of course, let's keep in touch, man.
Yeah. I hope I go to Denmark very soon, and I can see you live.
Hit me up. Hit me up.
Yeah, that would be.
We're playing one of the bigger venues here called Lille Vega in October with Cabal. So let me know.
Wow,
get you on the list.
Yeah, if I go, I will let you know. I'm gonna be there. And you just look for the short brown guy there in the crowd. I'm not short, but I'm not tall in Scandinavia. I'm 173, very average in Mexico, but I'm short here.
Gavin, I'm 187, and Gavin is like 198 or something like that.
Oh my god,
big guy. We're big guys. Yeah,
you're big guys. Yes. Yeah. You see, that's why you play faster, because you have longer fingers and easier to play. Not very good when you're traveling in an airplane, but
no,
not very good for a lot of things.
Exactly.
So, okay, Leoncito, let's go with your part.
Well, the same part as always. Please remember to subscribe to our channel, give us a like, and make a comment or whatever you're seeing about Jakob, about this interview, about Gradience, and what band you want to see here on Grow Your Opinion. Also, please remember to follow us on Instagram, on TikTok, and Facebook, and X, no? Yeah, in X. We had a link trick on the bio of Instagram. And also, we have to give the thank you to everyone, because we have 10K on Instagram. That is that's a deal. That's something, and I have to thank everyone who follow us.
Yeah.
And thanks to you, Sam, that you dedicated so much to this to our social network, man.
Yeah, it's a big job, and thank you, Jakob, for being here. Any last message you want to send to whoever is watching this? And please, if you can, what is coming? What can we expect now? What is next from Gradience?
Thank you, guys. It's been such a pleasure talking to you. You've been really sweet and kind. Remember to follow and subscribe these guys, everybody. And then we are recording in 3 weeks. We're gonna go in the studio to record the album. And then we're going to do music videos, all that kind of stuff. And we're hoping to release a single sometime around March next year. And then hopefully go play some shows and have the album out later next year. So that's kind of the timeline.
Perfect, man. And you hear it first here.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you guys.
No, thank you, Jacob, and
Thanks to you,
amazing.
man.
You are an amazing person. I can imagine that Kevin is the same.
He is. He's
The same, very kind guy. Yeah, and we wish you the best. Thank you for your
Thank
time.
you so much, guys.
Now we can send Leoncito to bed and have some sleep.
Yeah, I gotta go play with the kids now.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you,
All right.
Jacob, and
See you guys.
see you. Stay metal. And bye.
Stay well. Bye.
Hey.
Bye.